When we're not preempted by West Coast Guardians games, called 2 Hours to Midnight.
I saw one of the stars of it walking down the street today.
Corey Roddick?
No,
Pat Butler?
And I wanted to say something, but I got too shy.
Hey, are you Pat Butler from 2 Hours to Midnight?
I was in my car. I didn't want to yell at him in case he was crying.
I understand. Crying? Why?
Well, because, people
You
crying on
honk
the
at
street.
crying people, Bill, not yell.
Oh, okay. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Oh, is that what it is? I see.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody suggested maybe that old woman, maybe she got me. Maybe she was the one that put the screw in my tire.
Oh,
Ooh.
Snuck
You
around to the
deserved
back,
it.
like that lady in Parma that got run over by the ambulance. Looking ahead, by the way, 2 Hours to Midnight, the show that we will be doing on July 15th. That's Saturday night. I'm going to be playing all incarceration artists. So if you have any, take a look at the lineup, however deep you want to go. If you want to look ahead and send a request, you can do that anytime. If you have a band, people send me their stuff. Send me a WAV file, make sure it's clean. And 2htm@wmms.com is the way to do it. But this Saturday night, it's another 2 hours of metal, 10 to midnight. I'm your host, along with the aforementioned Pat Butler and Corey Roddick. And we come in, we throw in songs we want to hear, brand new metal, classic metal, your requests, local bands, local music this Saturday from Slow Wake, Let Them Divide. Who else? Local. One Life, All In. And Terra Noct is another band I'm going to be playing. It's a local band.
do you know what else is happening on July 15th?
Hold on, I'm going to play some Terra Noct for Mary.
I don't
She
wanna
loves
hear
this stuff. Yes, you do. The song's called Heresy. You're going to love it. It's got like an old school thrash vibe to it. I love it.
Again, don't hate the music.
Can't wait to play that for everybody. So anyway, Saturday, 10 o'clock until midnight, our metal show here on WMMS. Go ahead. What's happening on July 15th?
I'm headlining Hilarity's Comedy Club.
Right
July
here in Cleveland, Ohio?
Yes, right around the corner.
What?
And I'll also be there July 14th.
The night before?
Yeah. So if you don't want to miss 2 hours to midnight and you're like, well, how am I going to make it to Mary's Saturday late show and listen to 2 hours to midnight? Guess what? 3 other shows to choose from.
Now, what if I'm at incarceration that weekend and I can't get to one of your shows?
Well, you should quit the festival and come back home.
I thought you were going to say incarceration should start a comedy tent.
I'll do it on Sunday or Thursday.
God, could you imagine if Mary was
I couldn't do it. I don't know how
at
much
the heavy
money.
metal festival?
It
She's
would
out there.
take so much
anyway,
money.
yeah. So anyway, guys, if you guys heard about this, man, I don't know what's going on with
I have anxiety.
my dad. I don't know.
I'm on depression medication. Is anybody here in therapy?
This is our therapy.
Shut up and listen.
Yeah, that's right. Metal is therapy.
That's what people say.
Yeah. So, So 2 hours to midnight. A lot of great stuff lined up. We're gonna play some Code Orange, play some Red Fang, go back a ways into some mid '80s stuff. Very excited to do it. So that's Saturday night. You know, if you listen to the show on iHeartRadio from out of state, I always like to know where people are. They can hit me up. We have brand new bureau chiefs in the mix. Mike listens out in Hamilton, Ohio. Dave is in Rogersville, Alabama. Laura is a viewer in Stuttgart, Germany. She watches the show on YouTube. Tyler listens in Dry Ridge, Kentucky. And we have a lot of bureau chiefs in the greater Denver metropolitan area. I'm a big fan of Denver. We end up going there at least once a year. And video went wide of another hailstorm at Red Rocks. And Gwen sent me this, and she was like, been there, because she took me to see Steely Dan about 5 or 6 years ago as a surprise for my birthday. And we got caught in a hailstorm. They ended up cutting the entire show short. It was Steve Winwood opening for Steely Dan. And Steve Winwood came out and left a couple of times, and we really ended up only watching a handful of songs from Steely Dan because it was just, they were getting golf ball-sized hail at Red Rocks. This was at a Louis Tomlinson show. Is that a One Direction guy, Cody?
Yes. They call him Louis.
Louis Tomlinson. And so the fans are mad, obviously. Now they're like, why didn't they cancel this? Because Denver is high desert. So hailstorms are not uncommon. I mean, I think they're getting more common out there. But when we were, here's video from the show that we were at years ago, Steely Dan at Red Rocks, if you're watching the live stream. So everybody out in the pavilion. We were hunkered under one of the 2 trees there at the top of Red Rocks. The people were in their ponchos. We didn't have ponchos.
Did you have an umbrella?
Didn't have an umbrella. Because the weather changed so quickly that it wasn't even a situation where like, oh, let's prepare for a potential hailstorm. Now, if we did that again, we absolutely would prepare for that. But again, once it kind of subsided and the show was ended, because they were like, we can't be doing this for the next 4 hours, coming out, going back out,
Yeah.
And there's a stage full of electrical equipment. So
Right.
any kind of precipitation. But then everybody got out to the parking lot and the rental car was just dented because of all the hail. So this happened again at Red Rocks. Over 100 people were injured, 7 people hospitalized because of golf ball-sized hail.
All for a Louis Tomlinson show? I don't even know what hits he has.
Don't know. So again, a lot of the finger pointing because people were posting photos of their bruises. Here, I'll show you
Can you
this.
sue?
One woman
Oh,
showed
no,
her.
because it's an outdoor.
One woman showed her bruises all up and down her arm, and she was complaining that they tried to take cover under one of the concession shacks, and the people said no and just stood there and laughed at them. Recorded us and laughed at us while I was sobbing,
I
having
mean,
a panic
that's
attack.
terrible. I'm trying to move up in the empathy rankings.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's funny.
So,
Poundcake, you like that?
Yeah.
People
Well-
getting pelted with golf ball size
You love it.
hail. They're trying to seek cover. And people
here's
say,
the. Here, I'll
"Get
show
outta
you
here."
again. This is the other night that this. Whoop, hold on. This is. So much for Louis, right? They're just golf ball-sized hail pelting down on people and trying to find some shelter. And obviously, Red Rocks is wide open. There's like 4 trees there. And so people are complaining. They're like, why didn't the show get canceled ahead of time? We were treated so badly by the staff at Red Rocks. Poundcake's trying to, he's over there.
We're treated badly saying you can't stand behind here. You can't stand behind here. It's probably like
It's against the rules. It's
Yes,
corporate policy.
It's
No,
public
but they're-
policy. They
but-
don't want to get sued.
No, but the shack there, you might be right, but I'm just saying the shack there has like an overhang, has like an eave
Nope,
that
can't
you
stand
could,
there
you know.
Move along, people.
You can't stand there either.
You can get your
Bathrooms are for customers only. If
Bring
you
an
ain't
umbrella.
buying something, keep it moving.
What do you mean you didn't bring your SWAT shield? Well, then that's your fault.
Some fans claimed that Louis Tomlinson paid for the medical bills of some of the concert goers, but that has not been verified. So yeah, you know, they do a lot of shows at Red Rocks, and this is still kind of a rare occurrence. But we got caught in one. I think it was June 2016 is when she took me to Steely Dan out there. And it's a beautiful venue. I mean, it's awesome. But yeah, it's way up there. And so hail is not unprecedented. I'm bleeding and I have huge bumps on my head from the hail.
Ugh,
Somebody tweeted.
that would hurt so bad.
But also it's that and then getting out and seeing your car
Mm-hmm.
in the lot. I mean, we were driving a rental car. I was like, Jesus Christ, what's it, you know? The scariest night of my life, one woman said. Using cardboard boxes and trees to shelter from the storm. Yeah, everybody, like I said, everybody goes for the same 4 trees. And there's just not enough cover.
And no one got trampled?
Nobody got trampled because I think under those circumstances, nobody's like running. You're kind of hopping because you don't want to slip on a piece of hail. Fans hitting out at organizers there at Red Rock. Why didn't they? I mean, hindsight's 20/20, obviously. But the National Weather Service had issued a severe thunderstorm warning, I guess a little while before. Some girls were taking photos of their bloody knuckles.
Mm.
Hey, listen, we used to play that as kids, all right? We weren't taking photos of it. But there were people that had like their back windows smashed out by hail. So if your hood wasn't dimpled, you might have ended up with a bunch of
We played it a couple of ways. We do the one where you'd like slide quarters at each other's
Yeah,
knuckles.
you put your knuckle down.
No,
and
we
then
just
you
did this.
you
We just did
flick
the
the
other
yeah,
quarters.
quarters.
or yeah, you
Hands
do
back.
that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Where
You
you
just
kind of
kinda-
pull your hands back and try to hit the other
You
ones.
like basically it's like the slap game, but you just do it with knuckles.
Oh
Right.
no, we did it with the quarters against
Yeah.
the table where you kind of like wound
Wait,
it up
what is that?
backwards.
Yeah.
You put your fists so that like the top part of your knuckles are down, so
Yep.
that
Yeah.
like the top of
And
your
then you
hand is out, and
Flick
you
a quarter,
but
like
you
slide
like
it across.
slide the quarter backwards so that your wrist is back,
Yeah.
and then you flick it
Flick it.
like as hard as you can at the
Yeah.
person's knuckles.
Wait, you're supposed to make their knuckles bloody with a flung coin?
Yeah.
Yeah, here, let me show
Well,
you.
no, I think I understand, but why wouldn't you just hit their knuckles?
Because a
'Cause
coin
you were
would
playing
be
with the-
harder.
we were
no,
playing with
no,
the
no,
coins.
no, because this will work better.
A coin will be harder.
Well, I only have a dime, so it's not going to work, but I'll show you.
Well, that's a serrated edge.
Oh, here we go. Here's a quarter. So you would put your knuckle down.
Don't put your knuckles down.
Come here. Put your knuckles down like right there.
Here, let me get a
Like
good
this?
camera
You
angle.
get it? Yeah, just like that.
Come over here.
I'm coming. I'm
Get
coming.
it on
got
this
it.
one. What? Right. And this camera.
That camera's not going to work.
I
Over
can't.
here?
Yeah, right
Okay.
there. All right.
Can you reach?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Put your knuckles right here.
Right
Right
Nobody
here,
has
like
them
this?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you take it like this.
Yeah.
Ooh, like that. You
Oh.
flick it at their knuckles.
Oh, I thought you had to fling it with your knuckles.
No. You fling it with your finger.
You like
At the
wind
knuckles,
it up.
yeah.
That's why you twist your wrist backwards.
And that
'cause
really
you wind-
really will end up
Yes,
hurting
do
your
it again.
knuckles?
Oh yeah, it'll get.
Put your hand here. I'm trying
Well, now I can't see it. This is.
I keep missing.
She can't get the quarter into my knuckles.
Do you see how hard it's going? Though?
Yeah, I get that. I'm not familiar with that way of
It's
doing
going
it. but-
so hard that once it hits your knuckle, and if you get hit in the same spot,
Put
like
your knuckles down. I'll fling it.
honestly,
I guess
like,
we did like Bill said, I guess we just did like a version of the slap game, but
no.
with knuckles.
If you
Okay.
hit it like twice, you're gonna bleed.
Wow.
Like you don't have to hit it many times. and it
Sometimes you can get
hurts.
out the first try if
Yeah.
you really get some velocity behind
Well,
it.
Now-
that's why I'm like, you see how hard I'm flicking these quarters? It's not. I
You
just
just
don't
got
have
bad
any aim. Yeah.
Do you get the coin?
No, it's not like a competition for the coin. The competition is don't bleed. Whoever's the most bloody loses. Or I think it's whoever taps out when you're like, I can't take anymore. I don't want to do this anymore.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Al?
It is.
Hey, what's going on, Al? How are you?
I'm well. I just had a story about the Louis Tomlinson concert.
The Red Rock show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I had won tickets to the concert, but they got my email wrong, so I missed the concert. luckily.
good for you.
Wait a second. Are you out there, or where did you win tickets?
I won it from a different radio station.
Here in Cleveland.
Yes. Well, Akron.
Really? An
Yeah.
Akron station was giving away Louis Tomlinson tickets to fly to Red Rocks.
Yep.
Wow, well done. And they got your email address. Yeah, but don't they also take your phone number and all that?
Yeah, they got my phone number. They texted me that I had won, and you're going to get tickets in your email. And the day of the concert, I heard them say, tonight's the concert. And I never did receive my email.
Oh, that
so
sucked. Were you winning them for someone else, or are you a fan?
actually, I'd never heard of them before.
So you were
I
trying to
just-
get
they were-
them for who?
Well, it was actually 3 concerts: Louis Tomlinson, Big Time Rush, and Jonas Brothers.
I see. Now, did you have to go up to a window and dress like Louis Tomlinson to win the tickets, by any chance?
I just
didn't
had
have to do
send
that.
the text.
Yeah, well,
Every time
listen,
they play the Billy Band songs.
Al, the silver lining is that you didn't get any blunt force trauma to the head, courtesy of golf ball sized hail.
Yes, and my car didn't get messed up.
Car didn't get messed up, right? Okay, thank you. There's Al in Elyria, who almost went to that Louis Tomlinson show. Have you figured out yet, Poundcake, what his hits are?
I Googled him. Well, see, this is how shallow I am. I Googled him because I wanted to see pictures of him, but it didn't even cross my mind to
Look at his songs.
I Googled what he looked like, and then his
There's
net
We
worth.
Made It. There's Just Like You.
He's worth $70 million.
We Made It. I already said that. Two of Us. Back to You. I mean, I'm not going to know these songs, but
I don't know any of these songs.
a lot of people probably do. Anyway, well, each one of those One Direction dudes have had a pretty good career, right? Like, who's the Timberlake? Harry Styles?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Why, unfortunately?
Because
Because he
don't-
poked Olivia Wilde?
No, I just don't think he's the most talented one.
Who is? Zayn Malik?
Zayn would be the most talented one. He can sing. He can dance. He has the sex appeal. I think he got the short end of the stick because he left early.
I see.
Wouldn't that be the right thing to do? Is to be the first to leave to go out?
Well, I think there's some like contract disputes. I think just like with Camila Cabello, when you leave early, like you cause a rift with the label, and I don't know, they can sabotage you in ways that labels do. I don't know.
Plus, he was inside Gigi Hadid for quite a while too, and that's got to count for something.
But did he actually have any good songs?
Yeah, he had Pillow Talk. He had
Zayn is legit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I couldn't
either.
name.
You know that Pillow Talk song? This one, yeah.
Yep.
They did a very funny sketch on Jimmy Fallon of it.
Oh, they
Okay,
did?
I'll be the judge of that.
You were asking a lot for me to
Well,
know
I
this
thought
song
maybe
and to
that was
yeah.
a better.
Yeah, I'm not watching a lot of Jimmy Fallon these days. Yeah, I don't know the song at all.
It was in one of the. What movie was this in?
Never heard that song.
I don't know, but he had a
It's
song
a sex
called
song. It's a good one.
Well, it is called Pillow Talk. It better be a sex song and not him shopping online for, do I want foam
It should be
or
called Pillow Mumble if it's a sex song.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Stomach.
He has a song called Like I Would. I think it's my favorite song by him. But Liam is okay. Liam Payne, he had a song called Strip That Down. He's fine. Niall had that Slow Hand song. I think Louis is the only one I don't know any of his music.
Here's some of that press conference for that submersible thing here. Hold on.
So,
can you describe what happens from here, sir, in the next days?
The Chiron says sub debris found near Titanic's bow.
In terms of finding,
All 5 on board likely dead.
so we will. The question was, what happens from here? What's the next phase? And so right now, again, our thoughts are with the families and making sure that they have an understanding as best as we can provide of what happened and begin to find some closure. In terms of the large process, we're going to continue to investigate the site of the debris field. And then I know that there's also a lot of questions about how, why, and when did this happen.
You know what? The debris field would tell me that the thing probably imploded. Imagine that. The pressure finally got to it.
But how could
And
it?
just like, because you're down so far.
But they've done it multiple times in the same vessel. Why would this
Because everybody who went on the thing, I don't think anybody who used that vessel before went that deep because they were like, this thing is held together by dental floss and spit.
I was going to say, they
And but a debris field to me would imply that the thing broke apart, in which case,
break
if
your
those people
bones.
got crushed, oh God, there's just no good way. You gotta at least hope that maybe they just passed out or faded away
was
from
gonna say,
carbon dioxide poisoning before that.
takes one little leak and then they would slowly die. So I would rather, if I'm thinking of doing that, I'd rather go quick than just sit and wait my own fate. Or it gives me time to pray. I just ask for forgiveness real quick, like, okay, I did a life of sinning. Hurry up, forgive me.
Yeah,
Now I'm
that'll
dead.
work. Okay, I got to take a break here. If you want to get a text in 35192